Hey, what's up, guys? I'd like to say welcome to Young People Big Minds Academy. Igama lami Big Muzo Kanyandeni, and I'm founder of the academy. And I'm really excited about the tone that we're setting for this year because we're looking to help young people cultivate the inner giant and bring out their true potential. So behind our motto, really, we're driven by a belief that you can, you must, and you will. Now, you understand that behind this is a psychology of excellence, a psychology of you becoming absolutely the best that you can be, you setting the goal and the bar so high that you begin to change things for yourself. You begin to transform situations radically. Now, Young People Big Minds Academy is really inspired because I come from the township, and I'll tell you a little bit of my story for those who don't know. But I come from the township. I mean, I was born in a little known township. It was an informal settlement in the south of Joburg. And at the time, we lived in an environment that was very plagued with violence because we had IFP sympathizers at the time who used to force people there to go to rallies and, just to garner support. And there was quite a lot of violence and aggression around that space. And when my parents moved, when my grandmother moved with my mother and her sisters, and they moved to a different township, which was sort of a mecca for them. And what this became for them it became a bit of a transformation. Because I remember my grandmother, she used to talk about building a home for her family, building a home for her kids, making sure that her grandkids can always have a place to go to. And behind this was something that later shaped the perception with me. It was an experience that I started to see. It was very common among, mothers, especially mothers from young black people coming up in townships. And one thing about them is that they always had an aspiration to build a home for their kids. So almost like moving from the shacks to bricks and mortar. So a journey became into bricks and mortar. For me, that began to symbolize something, a transformation, a process of transformation, where we're moving from complete darkness to moving to something that is incredible and something that is fruitful and something that really kind of embraces the highest ideals, starting from our parents. Now, that began to shape a certain psychology and way of thinking, which even today has to be applied, I believe. And really where it comes into practical application is that you need to understand that whatever situation that you're in right now, it doesn't matter how dark or how mired it is. It doesn't matter how lowly you are. It doesn't matter whether you're poor, you're struggling, whether you don't know what you're going to eat tonight. The most important thing is that you need to begin to radically transform the way that you think about your situation right now. Yes, you have the actual situation to deal with, but as well, you also have the future situation to deal with. And what that has to be is that you need to project in your mind's eye and put yourself in a position that is where you really want to be. Because what then happens is your mind begins to drive and garner all the resources in your body, in your being, in your every essence, from every fiber of your being. It begins to garner all those resources to fight to get you to where you need to be. So now you begin to cut through and clarify. So for young black people, really what this means is that you need to become radical thinkers in the sense of, being innovative in your thinking. You need to become extreme dreamers, dream almost impossible hair-raising goals. If your goals are not hair-raising, if people are not saying you sound crazy, then you know you're not doing the right thing. You know you're not on track. And this for me is the most important thing to get across to you as young people, for you to be inspired, for you to be driven, for you to become absolutely the best that you can be, because if it's humanly possible, guess what? It's within your reach. Just remember, Young People Big Minds Academy is set as a platform for young black people and really young people in this country that are struggling with finding themselves and finding and tapping into their true potential. And this is exactly what this platform is set for. Now just go to Young People Big Minds Academy on Facebook. We have a Facebook page that's set up there. I also have a blog, so you will see my links are actually set on there. Once you go on the blog, please, you can read the blog, you can read the links there, you can rather the posts there, and just go to the comment section and start having conversations about it. Young People Big Minds Academy is inspired by you, for you, because we believe that you can, you must, and you will. Peace.